Hello everyone and welcome to another video where guys today I am bringing you the May 2022 tarot for all the signs. Now before I talk about what each sign, what energies they could be feeling with their tarot cards, I've just pulled out 3 cards for the general energies for everyone on a general collective level, on a worldly level. Now May is going to be very much an intense time because we are still in the eclipse season. We've just moved out of the April season and we are moving into, we moved out of the Libra full moon going into the eclipse. Also, let's not forget the Jupiter Saturn, the Jupiter conjunction in Neptune in Pisces, which was a major one. We're going to be feeling that energy for the next 13 years. So don't worry if you don't feel it yet, because you will start feeling it. We have plenty time. But yes, we went into that, to the full moon in Libra, to the solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse in Taurus. And now we are bang into May, which is going to be, we're going to have another eclipse, another lunar eclipse that is going to be coming. And also we have lots of other planet energies that are changing, because we have Mars, which is ruled by Aries, moving into Aries. We have Venus, and this is going to be, it's going to be there for like nearly 2 months. So it's going to be a bit of a long one, but also it's going to be a start of things to come. Let's not also forget we have Jupiter moving into Aries as well. Check out that video that I put up. It's just a part 1, a little general of what we can expect. We also have we also have Venus going into Aries as well. Venus also going into Taurus. And obviously towards the ending, we have the Sun moving into Gemini. We also have a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which is going to be affecting all of the fixed signs, which is at 25 degrees. And also towards the end, we have a new moon, which goes into Gemini, which is going to be affecting all the mutables at 9 degrees. So those are like the major points. Those are like the major, like the proper big major ones, especially because we've got Jupiter, Mars, Venus going into Aries as well. It feels like things are like really picking up in momentum. And I'll speak about that because the cards that we have is very much emotional cups. They're emotional cups, but they are emotional cards. So the card that we have is a 10 of Cups with the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Now, these are very much talking about our emotional state. On one hand, things are going to be, for a lot of us, things are going to be very positive, because we have, this is a Jupiter in Pisces card. No, it's not. Sorry, I was thinking of the 9 of Cups, but yes. So regardless, it's a Pisces card, okay? And on one hand, things are going to be feeling so positive for a lot of us. We can feel and see and ease that things are really changing. We can also feel that things are going to be moving in a way that we are going to be feeling comfortable in, like especially emotionally. I feel that especially the energies of May is that when it comes to our deep personal state, things are going to be feeling, like emotionally stable. But obviously underneath it all, there are things, there's undercurrents that are happening, because whenever things seem so good to be true, 9 times out of 10 that they are. But emotionally, we are moving into another time because we have these eclipses happening. And there's an energy, especially these cards messages are saying, there's also like this huge energy of us really listening deeper to what is actually going on and not seeing the surface of things that we want to actually see, because we can definitely get carried away, especially if the Page of Cups and Knight of Cups. We can definitely get carried away with our emotions. We can definitely get carried away with this illusion of this whole, oh, this is so beautiful, this is going to be great, this is going to be nice. These cards are saying, look and understand and also listen to what's not being said, because we can miss out on the big picture. But you know, with this eclipse that's happening in Aquarius and in Scorpio, this is going to be revving us up emotionally into some of us into a frenzy, but for some of us into a releasing state. Okay, this is what I need to let go of, but this is what I'm working on letting go of. This is what I'm working on actually bringing into my lives. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to feel. This is what I want to hear. And this month is going to be definitely about the shadow work, because we are moving into a new era, i.e. with the Jupiter going into Aries, which is going to be for like nearly 5 months. So there is going to definitely be cause for celebration. There is definitely going to be a cause for us to looking forward to things coming out into the open, looking forward to not burying. Things need to just really come out, and this can be very quick as well. Emotions are not just emotionals like crying and, you know, being moody or sulky. Emotions are very powerful during this month, and emotions can be very up and down. Sometimes we can feel during the month of May that we may not know where we're coming or going. We can feel that, okay, this is what I envisioned and it really hasn't happened. So am I going to sink or swim? We can also feel that I feel that some of the energy is also saying that it's going to be time to have a bit like a plan B, because plan A won't always work. Nothing really is, even though these are emotional messages, nothing really is set in stone, because we are going to be hearing messages. We are going to be tapping in to the higher self, the higher power. We're also going to be tapping into that the many emotions that we all have, through anger, tears, through, you know, all the emotions, and good or bad, these need to really come out. And then obviously, again, like I said, there will be cause for us to seek solace in some way, because we are going to be, you know, because opportunities are going to be coming and bursting through quite quickly for a lot of us during this month. There's also going to be a huge ending that's going to be happening as well. And, you know, it may be between what's the, you know, the changes of Jupiter going to Aries, or from the eclipses in Scorpio. They're just going to be guiding us and showing us that, you know, emotions are going to be key during this month. I also feel during this, also the other messages of this card is saying that we have to, you know, try to be steady when we can, try to, you know, look at our relationships, obviously, look at our friendships, look at our creativity, because creativity is really going to be helping us. It could also be saving a lot of us as well. And again, I'm always being drawn back to the Ten of Cups, which is about of celebration, that, you know, you've completed a cycle. There are many challenges that can be coming up during May, but these challenges are more of a test. They're more of a testing of your, you know, it's not about just how strong you are, but how emotional you are attached to new things that come into your life, new opportunities that come into your life. But also if you are attached to old emotions that you no longer need, old attachments to materialism, old attachments to the way the world is. Are you willing to enter the new? Are you also willing to enter the now? So yes, emotionally it's going to be beautiful, but also there's going to be some up and down. And also, you know, there's also cards are saying there could be some emotional chaos as well. But that's because we're moving from something soft to something just very quite harsh, and something very quick. So one of the good things of these card messages is saying, you know, any type of spiritual practice or an emotional practice that you've always been drawn to, whether it's through poetry, writing your thoughts, reading, or even, you know, just trying to gain inspiration anywhere, this will just hold you in. It'll just be really beautiful for you. during this month, because it can also save you from any type of, if any like heartache comes, you know, going back to what is stabilizing you emotionally is always better than doing nothing. And there'll be times this month that we may not want to do anything. We just want to just kick back and just chill. And so you should do that as well. But when that creative urge burst comes, you know, try and go for it too. But also the main theme, the one of the big main themes of these cards is saying working with your energy, working with your emotions, you know, surrounding yourself with people that love you and who you love, friends, family. Some of you could also be making a lot of new friends as well this month as well. And also there could be also people that come into your life. Some of these people could be from the past, but there could also be new people that can inspire you, that can help you in any way. And you yourself could be doing the same. So very much an emotional time, but also we're going to be learning about ourselves on an emotional level, but also on a worldly emotional level too. So that's like the general energies of the month of May. And let's now get to the tarot card, shall we? Hello Aries, and welcome to May 2022. So Aries, big month for you. You have a lot of energy that's going into your sign with Venus, Mars and Jupiter. So you guys are definitely on fire. The first energies that I'm picking up for a lot of you Aries is that, yes, there's a lot going on for you. Yes, I feel that there's going to be a lot of life changes that's going to be happening for you. Things are moving at a speed that some of you guys are actually very comfortable in, but some of you guys maybe actually needing to ease your way in. Because, you know, the first two cards you have is the Hermit and the Five of Wands. So the Hermit is about, you know, solitude, looking within, and the Five of Wands is about competition. It's also to do with like your energy space as well. So again, like I said, on one hand, a lot of you are trying to ease your way in, but then there's the other side that needs to really get out there, really needs to say what you want, say your piece, really be seen, really being shown. There can be a little like some drama and some arguments happening as well, Aries. Not that you're like afraid to go into battle with any of these things, because things, you know, you're going to be seen this month. And some of you are going to be really seen for who you really are. Because you have the Two of Wands with the Ace of Wands. And this is about you really looking at like your future, but also there's a new beginning happening. And you've been waiting for this for a very long time, Aries. Especially because we had the Jupiter going into your sign like 12 years ago. You've really come a long way. Some of you have started projects, completed projects. But now it's like you're starting this new beginning. I feel a lot of you are definitely going to have to listen to like your body as well. Your body, you know, you're ruled by the first house, which is to do with the physical body. Because there are going to be some people that may feel quite threatened by you, Aries. It's because you're showing a side, you're showing that true leader, that true pioneer that you really are. Yes, I'm also picking up for a lot of you, Aries. It can be some, you know, the ego's getting big, and that's one of the reasons why there could be some, you know, some gossiping going on, or, you know, look at them, they think they're this, you know, these things do happen. But obviously try not to rise to the bait, because that's just showing you that, you know, you are great. But also I'm very much drawn back to the Hermit card, listening to yourself, listening to what the inner voice is saying, because that is really going to be guiding you. You know, your future, how you're actually, especially with this Two of Wands, especially how you're seeing your future, Aries. Things are going to be moving very fast. We're in a different phase now. Like this, especially like this decade, it's showing us that things are very different, especially for you, Aries. You know, you had this conjunction, which is in your, you know, 11th house. And that is showing you that, you know, some of you are aligning with certain people that are very special. And some of you are not aligning yourself with too many people. but your goals have changed, and you're going to see more of this shift happen, especially when we have this full moon going into your 8th house, the lunar eclipse in Scorpio going into your 8th house. You're going to be doing some deep transformative work. And obviously the 8th house is to do with, joint finances and partnerships as well, but it's also to do with the spiritual and the occult. So some of you may also be drawn to do some occult work, to like understand yourself more. And with the Ace of Wands, it is about your energy, your drive, your commitment, but also your creativity. But I'm also picking up, you're going to be doing something very different for yourself. There's a huge need and understanding to understand like the deeper inner meanings of life, Aries. And it's, I feel that during this time, and it could be between the lunar eclipse and your Jupiter, it's going to be quite a spiritual time for a lot of you. And I feel some of you also are going to feel that there's no need for you to always just jump to things if you feel threatened, if you feel that people are against you some way or somehow. You're just going to like, not like just gonna go quiet. You're just gonna like, okay, let me just step back and see this for what it is. And after then you're gonna find actually some of these things are nothing to do with me. Some of these things are really to do with them. Even if I do say what I need to say, I'm gonna still step back. So there's like a deeper, very much like a spiritual side that's happening for a lot of you Aries this month. And again, life changing, which is actually really great. And like I said in the beginning, you guys have been waiting for this brand new journey to be coming. And, things will move. I feel that once certain seeds are planted, once certain manifestations are planted as well, or if certain goals are, it's like certain goals are going to be met, then you're going to be flying. But you're also going to be just being a bit more, not necessarily cautious, but just like sort of stepping back when you need to, because it does feel there's this huge excitement that's happening too. And this can cause, as you know, Aries, you've got Mars going into your sign this month. This can definitely cause burnout. So it's great that you got the Hermit card to help you this month as well. It's going to show you, when you can, defend, compete, argue, but also looking at your goals, but also knowing that there's brand new beginnings starting for you. Some of you also, I do feel, are going to be guided to be doing like a new work, like a, not necessarily workout regime, but I feel some of you are going to be guided to be doing a new, like doing something a bit different, not how you used to be. So for instance, so you guys are physical, a lot of you guys are pretty physical. Some of you guys may be, I want to do something a bit more, not as physical how I used to be. Whether it's your eating, whether it's how you're working as well, you want to do something different. So this is a great month for a new beginning, to be setting out a different type of routine and looking at things really differently now, Aries. So Aries, that was your May 2022 reading. Feel free to, like, share and subscribe, and I will speak to you very soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your May 2022 reading. And also happy solar return to all people that are born in May. So May season, well, Taurus season has been quite powerful. This year's going to be very powerful because you have the lunar, you had the nodes going into your sign, but also we had the solar eclipse that happened in your sign as well, especially if you're like, early, 10, 11 degrees of Taurus. I'm sure a lot of you may have also felt this as well, but regardless, all Tauruses are going to feel it. And then we're going to another eclipse, which is going to be in your 7th house. So this is very much a karmatic time for a lot of you Tauruses. And we also have Venus, which is going into your sign. So again, this is going to feel very much, I'm picking up really like deja vu, But when we come to like your card messages, Taurus, it's a time that things are going to be put more into like balance. Some of you, I feel, are going to be going to that sort of like traditional way, because your cards that you have is the Hierophant with the Queen of Wands. And the Hierophant is about tradition. It's also about to do with, you know, gurus. And, you know, some of you could also, I feel some of you could also be going back to the past somehow, going back to basics. I'm picking up going back to basics. The Hierophant card is a card that is very, not only just traditional, but it does sort of say, because it's a Taurus card, it's your card, it does say, like, you know, my word is like gospel truth, but not in a very preachy way. It's just a way of, like, on the spiritual, but all on the earthy grounded, in an earthy grounded way. So some of you may be coming back to earth with a bump. And it's not to say that it's going to be egotistical way. It's just that, okay, you've probably been very much on a high during like your birthday season in April, some of you, but now it, and also with the eclipses as well. So things are going to start to become more real. The realization I feel is mostly to do with, this is what you actually need to do, because eclipses are about, like, especially with the nodes being in your side, it's about destiny. So I feel a lot of you are going to be, okay, this is what I need to do. So I feel there's got to be some plans coming up this month. Very much plans. You know, you've got the Queen of Wands, which is about the creative, the powerful queen. You know, you also have the King of Wands. Okay, so you have a lot of Aries and Taurus. Some of you could also be associating yourself with an Aries or Taurus. They could be in your group setting. They could be your friends. They could be like your mom or your dad. These energies are going to be very pivotal into what's going to be happening this month. Some of you could also have Aries and Leos. And it's funny I say that, because we do have the eclipses are going to be affecting Leos as well. So it's getting back to the grind, but in a way that, okay, it's taking things a bit more serious, but also leading the way instead of following, instead of waiting. I feel whatever you plan this month, Taurus, you're going to be following it through. Some of you could be doing it very quick. Some of you could be not wanting, it's like, it's the energy of not messing around, not messing around. The Hierophant card, which is your card, it feels very much like the star of the show. It's like, okay, come on, let's do this. Let's just not be lazy. Let's just not think too much. Let's just get on with it. And, you know, the Wands cards are guiding you to, okay, let's just follow through it. Let's just do it. And I feel some of you may, this month, may also get a lot of gains in terms of like new friends coming into your life as well. New, it's not just opportunities. I do feel that there's new people coming into your life, and they're going to be helping and guiding you. Some of you who are working for yourself, or if you own a business, there could be new employees coming that's going to actually help grow your company in some way, but it's going to be in a different way. Because remember, you've got Uranus in your sign, and that's showing you can't be doing what you used to do, Taurus, because you've got the Ace of Cups. So emotionally, things are changing. Emotionally, you're viewing yourself differently. Emotionally, a lot of you are viewing relationships differently. Also, reviewing relationships, not just yourself, but business and personal too. So it's actually really great that a lot of you Tauruses are really not just taking yourself seriously, but taking like things that you love seriously, not just doing things for the money. You're doing something that you've always wanted to build personally for yourself. You're just going to be really doing it. You're going to have that drive, fire, energy. You're also going to be having that support system that a lot of you needed as well. I also feel there's an element this month as well that some of you are going to be cutting off the dead wood. Okay, and the dead wood is many things. It's not just friends, or it's just, you're just going to cut out things that you no longer need in your life, and you're not going to, and I don't see a lot of you actually looking back. even if you do feel about it, like even if you're like, you know, just daydreaming and it comes up, you're just going to be like, okay, that's the past. You're going to consistently start doing that. This month is very much a life-changing month. Again, you're not going to forget this month in a hurry because you're doing things for yourself, Taurus. You are taking care of others, but you're also putting yourself first. This is also a month of self-care, taking care of your physical self. Remember, whenever the sun goes into your first house, this is about the self. So taking care of your physical self, also taking care of the home. I do feel a lot of that, the home aspect is coming up. So some of you may be drawn and guided to like really beautify your home in some way, because if you're working from home, you want comfort. You don't want noise and distraction. If you have kids as well, things may be a bit more stricter. Like you may have a stricter bedtime, stricter meal times, but not in a like a awful way. It's just a way that, because there's things that are you sense and you know that things have just definitely changed, and in order for you to get to meet your goals this month, there's certain things that need to be nipped in the bud, basically. But regardless, Taurus, very much a life-changing month, that things are moving into a way that it's going to be satisfying for you, especially for the long term. So that's for you, Taurus. Thank you very much for listening. Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your May 2022. So, Gemini, happy solar return to those who are born during the May season. I feel a lot of you Geminis are really going to be looking and feeling to probably coming into your own. There's a meeting of heads, mind, body, and soul, a meeting of twins, a meeting of new beginnings. Because, you know, the cards that you have is the Two of Cups with the Emperor, with the Five of Swords, and the Four of Wands. Now, it's not to say that this month is not going to be going great, because it will, but also there can be some stress and strife. There can be some overthinking that's going to be going on. I feel relationships are really speaking to me this month, Gemini. Relationships within with a spiritual relationship, your long-term partner, a new partner. I feel a lot of you are sort of like probably more or less ready to get out there and date and really to have fun, but also lots of communications happening. I feel a lot of you are viewing relationships, even like general relationships, very differently now. It's a brand new beginning for it, because there's an energy that I feel some of you are wanting to be speaking your truth, speaking on how you feel, because you have the Two of Cups with the Emperor. And this card is about, you know, merging with someone, but also a beginning, and also starting new action, even reaction. That's one of my favorite words. Other energies with these card messages, Gemini, is that you guys are really, there's an honesty, a more of a like a clearer honesty going on. You know, Gemini, some of you can get really much in your mind a lot, that it can feel like, you know, what you're saying and what you're feeling is very different. And this will definitely become very clear, because there may be people that may not really understand what you're about. And you may have to shout it through the rooftops. You may have to really sort of like position yourself at the front to be heard, to be seen, to be understood. And I feel some of you are really looking forward to this like brand new start. Maybe it's because of your birthday season as well. You know, you got Mars moving into your sign this year for like until next year, January. So there's this revving up energy that's happening. And there's also not only just as a new beginning because it's your birthday season, but we have energies that's in your like 11th house that's happening. So there's going to be there's going to be like this sort of like completion, a new beginning, realization of things are going to be starting, but also there's going to be some endings that's going to be going on. And I do feel that there's going to be some hurt along the way. Some of you could be not intentionally hurting people, but because you are moving into a new realm, seeing things differently, wanting to be around certain people, not wanting to be around other people, there can be obviously hurt along the way. But when you have the Five of Swords card's not an easy card. It's very much a card that, you know, you're in your head, you're in your mind, but also there can be some deceit along the way. I'm not saying you're being deceitful. It's just that things, once the mind is made up, then things start to really move in a different way that can feel uncomfortable for everyone around us. But again, because this is such an emotional month for all of us, with the general energies card that I've spoken about, connecting to that heart, it might be quite hard for a lot of you to really connect to that heart, because you're very much in the head. You're very much about moving forward. You're very much having conversations within your mind on what needs to be done, where needs to be going, all of these things. There's also some questions that are coming up for a lot of you Geminis. And these questions are definitely about the future, because the Emperor card is about the future. It is about, you know, bosses. It is about how you view people that are more higher than yourself. It's also about beginnings. It's an Aries card. It's a card of initiation, of action. So once the mind is made up, things will start moving very quickly. If you've decided to commit in a relationship, you will do it quickly. If you decided to leave, it will be done quickly. If you've decided to date, go out there and have fun, it will definitely be done quickly. With the Four of Swords cards, the card is about resting. Okay, and a lot of you maybe find it very hard to rest because there's so much to think about. There's so much conversations that's being had. There's also so much new people that's coming into your life as well. I feel for all the signs, new people are coming into their lives, but there's going to be a resting period that's coming. And I do believe that the sun in Taurus is in your 12th house. So the 12th house is about releasing. So rest is going to be very important this month, Gemini, or try to rest as much as you can, and really try to rest, not in the bed and, oh, I'm going to be going. No, you're really going to have to rest, because it's going to be a busy period that's going to be coming up during this time. And it's actually really great for a lot of you to try and set in, not necessarily intentions, but just have like a routine for like the bedtime. It won't be easy for a lot of you to, some of you maybe find it really easy to release, but some of you may find it really hard, because you're weighing up the pros and cons. Coming back from the Two of Swords, you're weighing up the pros and cons. You are really eager for commitment with the mind and body, or a relationship, but also there can be some up, you know, like do I think, or do I feel, do I think, or do I feel, which can lead to more questions, more seeking, more answers. Very much a busy time, but also a time to listen to the soul, listen to the body when it needs rest, and listen to quieting down the mind. Okay, so Geminis, that was your May 2022 reading. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Hello Cancer, and welcome to your May 2022 reading. What a time it is for you, Cancer. New beginnings happening, a time of a bit of excitement as well, because finally, Cancer, some of you are thinking, I'm coming to my own. That's the first thing that's coming to my mind. The energies of this month is all in your 11th house. So this is about your goals, your dreams, groups, organizations, gains as well. This is going to be very heavy on your mind, and new people, new friends, changing up plans, but also looking towards your future. You know, the cards that you're working with this month is the King of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice, and the Wheel of Fortune. So you have a very life-changing, again, that's one of my favorite words as well, very much a life-changing month that's going to be happening for you, Cancers. A time that you're going to be taking your dreams, moving your dreams very seriously. There's also going to be, I'm also getting like a shock. So when I say a shock, it's like an attack on your your goals, attack on your dreams. Some of you may be working on confidence as well this month, because there's going to be such a brand new time that, you know, in order to be taken seriously, something has to give. Okay, with the King of Swords, it's a serious card. It's a card of not taking any crap, basically. But I also feel for a lot of you Cancers, it's a time that you're going to be uplifting yourself. You know, your mind is very sharp. Things are going to be, you know, it's like things are placed on you, but also you have to be sharp in it. Like, it's like, yes, you're going to be connected to the emotions, because that's what you're all about. But also you're going to be, you know, you have to be on top of things, basically. Because there could be a sense of people coming to you for answers. And it's not going to be a case of you have to be too emotional to give the answer back. It's going to be, okay, what's your head saying? So it feels a lot like the head has to be, you know, the head is going to be speaking more, but also you're going to still be feeling like the emotions. With the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning when it comes to finances, gains. That's why I said about gains, because the 11th house is about gains. So there's going to be something new financially happening for a lot of you, whether it's through past efforts or whether it's through the efforts that you're actually bringing now, or the group that you're surrounding yourself in, or a new job. I feel a lot of you are, if you've been wishing for a new job, or wishing for something new, wishing for, yeah, just like I feel like a new job happening, but it's not going to be like the same hours. It's going to be different hours. Like, it might be half hours. I feel that you'll be working less, but you'll be earning more. That's what it's saying to me. Working less and earning more. Ace of Pentacles is a portal that's opening when it comes to your finances, but also your energy and vitality. And also physically as well. I feel like the physical energy that you guys will be feeling will be very much grounded, but it's still going to be, you know, it's good. Things are just going to be a bit more stable now. Let's not forget we have this lunar eclipse, which is in your 5th house. Okay, and this is about letting go of any like creativity. There may be things that come out with concerning about children, whether it's your own or you'll be thinking about it. It's a very fertile time, and you're ruled by the moon, so you're going to be feeling this the most. You've got a new moon, which is in Gemini, which is in your 12th house as well. So, but I feel that the eclipse is going to be playing more harder on you. So you're going to be seeking balance as usual with the Justice card. But also there's a seriousness to it. Like, you're really ready to let go. You're really ready to look at what is new and what is old. There's a time where a lot of you are going to be being more concerned with like your relationships, your personal relationships, your family, your home, your creativity, your earnings, what makes you stable, what keeps you stable. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune card, which is about changes are coming. And these two cards, because these are major arcana cards, I call them eclipse cards. This is about changes that are coming, that, you know, whether you've initiated changes or changes are just going to be appearing. And in the beginning, some of you can feel quite a bit unsettled because you're not going to feel in control. But once you start seeing these tangible results coming, that's when you're going to start feeling a bit more relaxed. And I do see, you know, I do feel a lot of you Cancers are going to be really wanting to be more closer in your, if you know, if you're in a long-term relationship, there's going to be lots of changes that are going to be happening there. There could be more deeper conversations. And it probably is concerning, you know, like your like, you know, your goals, but also like your finances in somehow. There's going to be lots of, you know, I say new beginnings a lot, because I do see a lot of new beginnings for a lot of you Cancers, but a new, like, more like a self-awareness on how you are seen, on how you feel, but also on your relationships as well. And also when it comes to like your, yeah, also when it comes to your, you know, personal relationships, but also like your friendships as well. I feel there's going to be some new people coming into your life that are going to really open up your mind and your heart to like new possibilities. And these people could be a Libra. You know, there could be earth signs as well. They could have Venus in their chart, or even you yourself. But I do think it's going to be like a Libra coming into your life, but also earth signs coming into your life as well. And they're just going to just be opening you up more, Cancers, into something that you've always known about, but you just weren't really ready. This month is about being ready, Cancers, because you may have felt not as ready for, you know, newness to come. And especially, you know, even going back to the Wheel of Fortune, it's a very karmatic time. So anyone that enters your life or leaves your life is supposed to be, is karma, but not in a bad way. It's just like some people, they come into your life, or things come into your life to serve a purpose, but then they leave and it's like this, it's served. But if they stay, that means it's supposed to be like you're either learning from it or they're supposed to be in your life. So like even towards the ending, you're going to start seeing, okay, you know, deep down I knew, but I just wasn't ready. But, you know, I feel that you guys are going to be feeling ready. But it's actually really great this month, Cancers, because of the inner belief and self-confidence that you're going to be feeling. And also for the changes that are going to be coming. And also, it's really great that your wishes are coming true. It's also great that a lot of you are going to be, you know, being around people, especially, you know, I feel like your partner is going to be really helping you as well. And also, if you've got like any decisions to be making, I feel your partner's really going to be, you know, helping, not necessarily telling you what to do, but just going to be helping you to see like a different way of how you see things. So Cancer, that was your May 2022 reading. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello Leo, and welcome to your May 2022 reading. Now, a lot of the energies for this month is in your career zone. Okay, every month there's something that's going to be changing. And for you Leos, this is about your career, your social standing. And yeah, this is what it more or less highlights. You know, it's a very special one for you as well, because we have this solar eclipse, which is going to be in your 4th house. So these are being activated really highly for a lot of you. And what actually can happen during this time, Leo, is that there can be some issues, and there can be some issues to do with like control. There can be some issues in how you want to pursue and push your life forward. But there can also be themes, should I say, of course, when it comes to like your work life and your family life, and you balancing that. It's going to feel like a lot of you are juggling some way or somehow. Like you feel like you have to juggle, and there's a lot of time you're making for others, but not making enough time for yourself, because the cards you have is the 9 of Swords and the Tower, the 9 of Cups and the Moon. So it feels very much, it's up and down this month, Leos. And it's not to say that there won't be a lot done. I feel that there's going to be a lot that you're going to be doing, but still there's this energy of I have to do all of this first before I sort of miss out. And there's not going to be that downtime for you to relax, to enjoy like certain pleasures. With the 9 of Swords and the Tower cards, these are showing that there's going to be this energy, this crazy energy of huge release. And it's also showing, you know, to really listen to your heart, because you're ruled by the heart. But also there's going to be a time of give, but and a time of take. So there's something that's going to not even miraculously happen. There's something that's going to be happening that's going to make you think about what is really important. And this can come very quick. This can actually come when coming up to the lunar eclipse, which is going to be in Scorpio. And this is going to make you see what needs to actually go. And whatever you decide, it will just go very quickly, because the Tower card is that crash of this has to burn, this has to end. With the 9 of Swords as well, it's about stress, strife and sorrow. It could also be mental as well. So there is a busy, mentally, there's a busyness going, and it's like a break, like this just needs to go before I just scream type of thing. And I feel that if you do feel overwhelmed, especially in like the first 2 weeks leading up to the lunar eclipse, that's when you're gonna do something very drastic, or something drastic's gonna be pushed on you. If you find yourself not relaxing or releasing in a neutral way, that's when things are just gonna just come and just bam, it's just gonna go. I feel it might be due to the eclipses. All of you fixed signs are going to be affected by this as well, especially if you're late degrees Leo. So you're going to be feeling it. But I think in general, because the energies of your home and your career life are being really activated, that's when, you know, something's going to be moved, or you're going to move something in order for something to come, in order to get a gain. Because you have the Nine of Cups, which is a Jupiter and Pisces card, and there could be loads of gains that's going to be coming here. You just really need to see it. You have the Moon card as well. So these cards are both Pisces cards, and these cards are, you know, Pisces actually rules your 8th house, and it's to do with the emotions. It's to do with, the 9 is about, you know, you got 2 nines, which is about going, something leaving. It's an ending to a chapter, and you're having a new chapter coming. But there's ending of a chapter. There's things, you know, I feel that there's some wishes that can be coming true, but when they do, but in order for them to even steep through, there's something that needs to go. There's something that needs to be released. So this will go, but listening to your intuition. Intuition will be guiding you very well as well. Some of you can feel a bit emotionally not knowing what's going to be coming, or what, not knowing how you want to feel, because of the high energy of like the, you know, the big, like the more or less the beginning of May. But your intuition is going to be screaming at you, okay? And it is also saying that there are good things, there are like nice things that will be coming. You're going to have a bit of a downtime, but more of like a pleasurable time. I see a lot of you Leos having a lot of pleasure, whether it's with your kids or even pleasure at home. I see a lot of you Leos also having like nice baths, really trying to take care of yourself as well, because you want peace. You're seeking peace. You've always wanted peace, but also you want to have fun. So the Moon card is actually definitely speaking to like the hormones, the emotional balance, you know, balance within the mind, body and soul, but also within the heart. So it, you know, during like when the sun goes into Gemini, you may see a bit more pleasure. You won't feel as much stress and strife, and you feel like things are actually coming together, and all what happened is going to be like, okay, it was annoying, but I'm glad it's over. I'm glad that I came through it. I'm glad that things are now I can actually see clearly now. Like I'm thinking that, you know, like Jimmy Cliff's song, I can see clean now, the rain has gone. So it almost definitely thinks like that. Like even like your emotions, it's going to be like, you're going to be seeing through any emotional stuckness that some of you may have felt as well. So a very busy week, Leo. You're going to be activated like Aquarius and Scorpio and Taurus, and you're not going to forget this month in a hurry. So Leo, thank you very much for listening to your May 2022 reading, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Virgo, and welcome to your May 2022 reading. Now, a lot of the energies for this month, Virgos, is in your 11th house. Your 9th house. This is about your higher learning, your beliefs, ideals. This is to do with publishing, mentorship, the law, all the higher realms. And it feels, you know, I feel that you going into May, very positive time, but also you're leaving a lot behind. The song I've actually had in my head was I'm Walking Away from All the Troubles in My Life, which is by UK singer Craig David. And because of the whole 9th house energy that's highlighting you, and also because you have this solar eclipse, which is in your 3rd house, I feel a lot of you are actually really willing to, and honestly walking away from any troubles that you have in your life. because you got the Six of Swords. And this card is about walking away, but it's also about sorrow. I feel a lot of it is to do with like pain and regret, but also the past. But I feel a lot of you Virgos are like, this is it. I'm just walking away. I can't do this anymore. Maybe because you feel that you're working too hard, you're putting too much effort into whatever you're doing, and now it's just that time of, I just need to be away. And also opportunities are presented to you. Remember, Virgos, you're the star of the show for the next 13 years, like Pisces, because of that conjunction that happened in your sign. And you know, there may be a lot of, some of you may have got like business opportunities, or even, you know, love opportunities, but you're sort of putting yourself forward now. You're sort of putting like your feelings forward, instead of always tending and caring for people that don't really give a crap about you. And then you have the Seven of Cups, and that is about choices, but it's about making the right choice. Some of you could fall into a trap of feeling that, you know, if I do this to help others, then I'm going to get this. And if I do this, I'm going to get this. And now it's that time. And maybe because of the eclipses there, like your mind is very sort of sharp and very, not cold, but very precise. So whatever is presented to you is going to be detrimental, should I say, between now and next year. I'm picking up, or even like the next 7 years, because of the Seven of Cups. And I feel like some of these choices, some of these themes that you've been walking away from but expecting, it's been a long time coming. And this will definitely transform things. This will definitely transform your life in a way that some of you have never really envisioned, because you got the Death card, which is about transformation. It's about death, but rebirth. And when something leaves, it's not physical, but it's something like that, like a grieving process. That you're, especially with these two cards, it's of grief, it's of leaving. It's also about transforming. You're seeing the era of ways, but also we are ready to move on. We are ready to see what else is out there. We're not going to be stuck. And the Death card is also the, you know, you've got two major arcana cards, which are the eclipse cards. So these are showing you that there's life changes that are happening, but we just have to make the right choices. We have to just be honest. We have to sort of, what are we thinking? Not about what's going to be helping others, what can benefit us. This card is also the Scorpio card, and you have the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So there's going to be a change of your ways of thinking, and also a change of your communicating. Some of you may be more, like I said, a bit more sharper in how you're communicating, but also you are wishing for brand new. You got the Star card, which is about hope. It's also to do with the future. You want your future to be a bit more different now. You got Saturn, that's in your 6th house for until next year. And this is putting that, you know, you're ruled by the 6th house, but it's putting like a bit of a more of a grind on you. I feel some of you may be feeling a bit guilty about wanting and wishing for something different, but there's nothing wrong in it. It's just about making sure you put the work in, but also not destroying your body at the same time. So coming back to like the Seven of Cups, of choices, of making the right choice, but also thinking and feeling your intuition, because your intuition is going to play a big part in what's going on. Your future also, I feel that Virgos is, you know, I feel a lot of you are looking for ways to improve your future somehow, but also ways to improve like your, you know, your daily life. And you know, just, I feel some of you are probably like looking at your surroundings, looking at where you're living, where you're working, how you're dressing, how you're eating, and just wanting the big change. You just want something, different. Some of you may not know how, but it's gonna come. And the realization, it could come actually during the solar eclipse we had in Taurus, but it could actually come during this lunar eclipse as well. This lunar eclipse is going to be a very powerful one for you. There's going to be this eureka moment that's going to be going on. There's going to be a shedding of old skin, a shedding of old mindset. And because your higher mind is being highlighted as well, this is going to be pushing you more to the future in a positive way. So, you know, nothing wrong in looking back at the past, nothing wrong in doing certain things you used to do in the past, but know that the future and things are just going to be a bit more brighter now. And even if you feel that, you know, some of you may think that it's, I'm going to make a mistake. You're not going to make a mistake. Listen to your intuition. You remember your opposite signs, Pisces, okay? And also look to your future. It actually will be really good for a lot of you to be doing some manifestation work. Because manifestation, I know some of you might be thinking, manifestation, you know, if you think it, mustn't you actually see it? Thinking is actually believing. So if you believe that life can get better, things can actually get better, they will. So you're a sign that likes to write. So this is actually really great to write. You got the eclipse in your third house, which is about communication. So this is actually really great to write down how you would like your life to be. And, you know, feel free to just keep reading it, just to like, getting humble yourself, but also just to improve confidence in your mind, confidence things will work out in the end. But nevertheless, it's actually a good month for you. You know, you're moving away, but also you are seeking and gaining opportunities. You're transforming, and you know, you're looking forward to your future. So Virgos, thank you very much for listening to your May 2022, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Libra, and welcome to your May 2022 reading. Now, when I was looking at your cards, Libra, I just, you know, because a lot of the energy in May is in your 8th house, which is a house of death, rebirth, transformation, joint finances, but also the inner beings of trauma, and also transformation and psychological on an emotional level. Now, looking at your cards, I feel a lot of you Libras are thinking, when is this going to end? When is this going to end? Because you have 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Hangman. Some of you actually may feel this month that you're in a bit of a limbo, because I get the feeling that, you know, whenever it's like March, April, May, some of you feel like you have to really go for it in order to get to like the bright side. And this year doesn't feel that much different. It feels like, I feel this year may feel a little bit more harder. And that may be due to the, it may be actually due to the, you know, the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction that's in your 6th house of your wellness, routines, health, your work life. So that obviously is going to be for the next, you know, we're coming out of one that happened in 2009 and it really benefited you. But now, because it's in your 6th house, this is really shining a light and shedding a light on stuff. And obviously maybe because we come out of your, you know, 7th house through Aries, and now we're going for your 8th house. So it's like you're really going for it. And I feel that some of you definitely this month are thinking, when is this going to end? Because there's so much that you guys have to really deal with on a mental level. You guys are very sensitive, but it's more like communication. That's how you get your sensitivity out. But I feel some of you may be feeling a bit mentally stuck in some way. Like you can't really communicate your real feelings and thoughts. It's like you have to really, you know, zip your mouth. And if anything's coming up, you have to sort of like not say anything, which can actually put a damper on things. So some of you may not be feeling like you want to do anything this month. You feel like you just want to be like that cocoon. You want to just be by yourself, which actually feels quite strange, because the general archetype of Libra is of constantly want to be in a partnership. But there's a lot mentally going on for a lot of you. You've got the 10 of Swords, and yeah, it just feels like there's like a misunderstanding, not being understood. You got the Hangman, which is about the future, but the past, but also sensitivity. You're not really sure how you're feeling. You're not sure what's actually going on. Like you're aware of what's going on, but when things are communicated, it's like I'm not really understanding. And with the Eight of Wands as well, it's like you have to work really hard in order to get what you need out, but also it's a case of, you know, because it's like, you know, some of you Libras can actually feel like the Eight of Wands, like you're blinded to what's going on, but also you understand, but also you have to make sure that you're on point, like mentally on point. Like when you're going to, like a lot of you are going to work, it's like I have to be that professional. But deep down, I just want to be alone. Deep down, I just want to figure stuff out. Some of this stuff may be to do with your past, Libra. There may be stuff that's coming up in your past, and it may be weighing on you somehow. Some of you may have, I'm picking up that there might be you watching a program, or you may have seen someone from your past, and they just brought up these old emotions, old feelings. Your mind's really going back. This could be from 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Remember, the nodes are in your 8th and 2nd house anyway, so that's to do with like old traumas somehow as well. And you got the Page of Swords, which is of a young person, but also it's like, you know, some things you want to say, you have to really think as well. But also you have to really, yeah, the energy, you know, there's a lot of confusion that's happening this month. But I feel that if you feel that some of you feel that you need to have that alone time, some of you feel that you have to have that sort of like quiet time. I feel, you know, you just have to communicate that, because 8th house transits can bring up like physical or emotional things from the past, and it's like you have to deal with things on a psychological, emotional level. And some of you may feel that you don't know how to deal with this, so it's actually really great for you guys to speak to someone that you trust and care for. It could be anyone, or even doing some like work for yourself, like on a psychological level, because these are like psychological cards anyway. And mentally it can feel quite harsh if you don't know how to, if you know what you're thinking but you don't know how to emote it. You can actually feel like, again, like a zip in the mouth. So, or even write down your thoughts, because these are mental cards. It's also about writing. You've got the Hangman, which is a Neptune card, and this is the emotions, even though things actually really feel quite confusing. So if you find yourself mentally stuck in any way during this time, Libra, it's really great to like emote it in a way that you know how, i.e. writing, journaling, speaking to someone as well. Some of you maybe feel guided to, because you know we had the eclipse, which was in your 8th house, and this may have also brought this up as well. This may have, you know, I'm feeling a lot of it is to do with like a past relationship, and some of the relationship may have not ended as well as you wanted it to. There may be something that was unsaid. So now's that time to really feel it and really, you know, understand it. What part the person played or what part you played. So it's a bit of an up and down month for a lot of you Librans. But, you know, the energy is going to move into your 9th house, where things are going to get a little bit more positive. But regardless, you know, we got the eclipses in your 2nd, and, you know, so this month is all about finding a way to how you can communicate, so you can get your sort of like inner demons or inner deepest emotional thoughts out there. So Libra, that was your May 2022 reading. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Scorpio, how are you? And welcome to your May 2022 reading. Now this is going to be very much a life-changing month for you. Before I talk about it, I'm going to be doing a full video on the lunar eclipse, which is happening in your sign, 25 degrees. So listen out for that. But, you know, the energies of this month is in your 7th house. So there's going to be some life-changing themes that's going to be happening, Scorpio. And some of you may be looking forward to it. Some of you may be dreading it. Some of you may be in two minds about it. But regardless, whenever the 7th house is activated, it's 7 signs away from your 1st house. So this is also to do with the self. And for some of you may be really going within, because this is a time of releasing and purging. The cards that you have, the messages are from the 8 of Cups, 7 of Swords, the Devil, and the Temperance. So you do have two major life-changing cards that are happening. And, you know, for you, Scorpions, in order for you to transform, because you're that phoenix that always transforms, in order for you to transform, you have to do it quietly. It's very rarely you do it loudly. You know, I feel that you guys are going to be searching for something that is not necessarily brand new, but you're probably searching for a side of yourself. You want something to release, but you also want something really to come in. So there's going to be a lot of soul searching happening this month. You're not going to experience this type of energy again, maybe into the next 18 years. So you're really going to be putting the work in, really putting that hard work in, emotional hard work. And yes, there may be some distractions that come along the way. Sometimes distractions are, you know, tests. You've got the 7 of Swords, which actually can test your mental state. It can actually make you feel like you're deceiving yourself in some way, but also it can make you also see forward, but also clearly. It really does depend on what is going on in your life right now. Because like this month, Scorpios are not only a time of deep transformation, the emotional senses that I'm also picking up is of a reluctance for, you know, because I feel on one hand you guys are really open and ready, and I feel it's more like you want to see, you want, instead of you thinking that's going to happen, you also want to see. So there may be some stuff that you're going to be doing. So maybe reading, it could be writing, could do some poetry, it could be talking to people, because there's this, you know, because you've got the Devil card, which is about what we are chained to, and it's about being honest. I think I've said this before with Scorpions about being honest. You guys are a very honest sign, but you're honest in your own way. So the honesty is going to be brought up now, Scorpios. And yes, a lot of the themes is to do with like your personal relationships. I do feel that there is going to be some, like, again, there's going to be tests along the way. And these tests could actually be temptations. So some of you may run into a lot of temptations this month. It's across the board. I couldn't tell you what it was. I feel it's a lot of temptations. And, you know, it's like a test of your strength, test of your emotional self, but also your mental self as well. So there could be someone that comes into your life that they might say something and it can just set you off, or something happens that reminds you or something within your past or something that you're about. But it's also just seeing how you're going to react, because reactions this month can be very strong. Things could easily set you off. But going back to that inner space, Scorpios, is key for you. You got the Temperance card, which is about moderation. So once all is said and done and you are ready to go to that next chapter, because this month is about a new chapter arising, it's having the moderation and not going too fast or too slow. It's going, you know, trying to find that balance, because there is an excitement that's going to be happening as well this month. Whenever we have eclipses happening, whenever there's something life-changing within ourselves or in our personal space, our personal lives, it does feel very exciting. And I feel some of you are going to be, you're not necessarily, it could be like surrounding yourself with certain people, but also surrounding yourself with riches, like changing up your appearance in some way, which can also bring some, you know, like, okay, let's just do that, let's just do that, let's just do this now. But, you know, as always, moderation is key, you know, especially with the Eight of Cups. This is your emotional space. A lot of you are going to be doing that work, and some of you may even find that work quite harsh. It can feel too emotional. Some of you may want to do things very quickly now. Let's just move on now. But again, there is a lot of emotional work to do, and it can actually feel like an eruption of feelings and thoughts. And once it actually dies down, that's when things really become clear. But just know that anything that comes up this month, Scorpios, you know, 9 times out of 10 it is a test. But also, you are being drawn into a new sphere into your life this month. And also there's going to be some questions that you're going to be answering this month, because we've got another eclipse that's happening in your sign, and that's going to be in October, November, which is going to herald a new type of change. So whatever you're going to be doing now is going to be affecting you for the next 6 months or even up to a year. So you're going to be seeing all of this now. And also, let's not forget, you're also about secrets. So secrets can really be coming up now. You could be finding out about someone. It could be, you know, business, personal. You know, it could be good or bad. It could be many things. Some of you may be shocked about it. Some of you may not be shocked. You're probably expecting this to actually come out. As long as you're doing that inner work in a good way, as long as you're not harming yourself or harming anyone else, transformation will begin. So a very big month for you, Scorpio. And yes, that's what I'd like to say for May of 2022. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Sagittarius. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to your May 2022 reading. So a lot of the energies for this month, Sagittarius, is in your 6th house. So this is a house of routines, your daily routines, health, wellness, your work life as well. So the energies I'm picking up, such a fiery time, Sagittarius. I feel some of you are not going to know when to stop. That train is just going to keep going and going. And yes, you're looking forward to your future, but you're also looking forward to keep moving, keep setting goals, keep setting, you know, trends in some way. Because, you know, the cards that you have are Wands cards. These are fire cards. 3 of 3, 7 and 6 of Wands with the 6 of Cups. So yes, again, Saggies, you guys are, because of the energies that's connected to your, you know, the physical, whether it's your work, your routine, setting up yourself, you know, for life to get better for you. I feel you guys are really fired up and ready to go. Some of you could actually be setting up a new way of, you know, eating, a new workout regime, something quite fired up. I feel I can see a lot of you actually doing lots of like running or even joining like a new sports group somehow. This could definitely be online. I feel a lot of you are, you know, you're all about setting goals this month, and you know, the fun side that's going to be happening with the especially the Wands cards at the top. You are revving and ready to go, but also you are making sure that, you know, you have, because even though I do feel that you guys are, because of the energies that's happening, the fiery energies that's coming up, there's not going to be a lot of time for you to slow down. Because if I feel that if you guys slow down, that means that something's not going to work. You have to go over things, and there may be a time this month that you may have to go over because of the action is going to be working so fast for you. I feel that you guys there's an excitement that's happening this month. You know, you're excited for your future. You're excited for, you know, new activities. You're excited for things that are happening at work. Some of you could actually be really enjoying work now. You know, even if your work is like quite, you know, conservative in some way, you guys could really be enjoying it. Some of you may get more, not just opportunities, but more responsibilities as well that you guys may be reveling in. And also this can actually help you to revitalize your routine in somehow. So if some people are used to working in a certain way, you're going to be doing things very differently. People can actually be watching you a lot now, Sagittarius. But nothing can really dampen your shine at all. You know, you're all about, you know, excitement, work, action. You know, I feel that you guys are going to be feeling like your fittest as well. Some of you can find out new revolutionary things. I feel some of you guys are going to be feeling very much more creative as well. If some of you are artists in any way, this is actually really great because you can really start it. Which is the Six of Wands. This is guiding you and telling you you're going to have a lot of support. You're going to be having a lot, you know, again, people are watching you. This is like the Mars in Leo card. So it could be like a Leo person who is watching you, have Mars in Leo. Even you yourself could be Mars in Leo. You have a lot of support. You have a lot of gains. This card is also, these cards are also showing that you will also, you know, because of the hard work you're putting into this month is, you know, whatever you put in, you're going to get out. And you got the Six of Cups, which is a card of nostalgic. It's a card of the past. So there could be stuff that's come back from the past that is going to be really helping you this month as well. Yes, you know, there may be times when things will slow down, but you're just going to be on a roll. Like there's even how you're speaking, and even how you're, you know, even how you're communicating with people is very positive. I feel a lot of people are going to be drawn to you now, Sagittarius, because not only do they see that you're a hard worker, you're a very positive person, you put the work in, you put the hours in, but also you're feeling positive and confident because you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of your body. And, you know, I feel there's a bit of it could be a bit of a strictness that you could be having, but it's not like strict in a method way. It's just in a way that you're making sure there's stuff that's done, and then, you know, you can have like the pleasures as well. Some of you also could be meeting a new person as well. This person could be from the past. It could be a past lover. It could be a past friend that turns into a lover. But I do see that some of you are going to be meeting up with people that you've known for a very long time. You're going to be having fun, lots of laughter, lots of chatter, lots of meeting of the minds, lots of, you know, sharing what you've been up to, and what you're like the people have been up to as well. And if anyone feels very like sad or, you know, stuck in a way, I feel a lot of people are going to be coming to you as well, Sagittarius, because, you know, what you're going to be saying is going to be so positive that people just want more of it. It feels like, you know, it's like, you know, because you're ruled by the ninth house, which is like the preacher. It's also the mentor. So a lot of you could be mentoring people, could be young people you're mentoring, you know, and they just want more. They just want more of that positivity. Try not to burn yourself out, Saggies. Listen to your body as well, because these cards are of, you know, the physical. So really listen to your body. But all in all, I feel it's very much a time that, you know, not only are you going to be working hard, you're going to be getting gains, and also the fact that you're going to have a lot of people supporting you as well. Some of these people, I also feel, Saggies, they could be recommending you to, oh, this friend knows that friend, or even recommending you to get like this award, or, you know, like certificate. You know, it's, and you never know who you're talking to as well, Sagittarius. Remember that. You could be talking to someone that is like, I don't know, doing a apprenticeship, for instance, and their dad's the boss. You know, so it does feel like a case of who you know, but also because you're showing a different side to yourself that some people didn't even know you had. This can bring a lot of gains. So very busy month for you, Sagittarius, but also a positive one. So Sagittarius, that was your May 2022 reading. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello Capricorn, how are you? And welcome to your May 2022 tarot reading. So a lot of this energy is going to be like a fun time. It's, well, hopefully for you Capricorns it'll be a fun time, but the energies are all in your creativity 5th house, which is to do with children, love, romance, also business ventures as well, also fitness. So you know, during April, it started to go into your 5th house, and now May is like really bang into it. You also have this eclipse that's going into your 11th house. So again, all like the earth signs and the water signs, they're going to be feeling these eclipse energies very deeply. Good or bad, it doesn't really matter, but regardless, you'll be feeling it. So it's a time of fun. It's a time of celebration. It's a time of connecting to our emotions. It's also a time for a lot of you to be working hard. But also some of you may be sort of like defensive because I've just spoken about your cards. So I feel, I feel some of you Capricorns are going to be really enjoying the newness, the fun that's coming into your life now. And because you have an eclipse in your 5th house as well, Capricorns, this is the time to really let go. Let go and let God, as they say. But seriously, it's really a great time for a lot of you Capricorns to just let your hair down and discover a sort of like a softer side, a fun side that you have, because it's there. And I feel there's going to be some people during this month that's going to really bring it out in you, Capricorn. There's going to be a sense of like, there's going to be, I feel some of you are going to show this like, this sensual side, this fun side, this creative side. These things that are really buried within you, because you've got the 4 of Wands and the Queen of Cups, which is to do with celebration, but it's also to do with our emotions, creativity, and foundation. So this month is about setting foundations for, especially when you're setting intentions. It's great to be setting intentions for bringing out your creativity. It's great to be changing how you look in terms of what you wear. Some of you may decide that you really want to get fit. I feel that in terms of finances, it could come as well. There could be, a sense of finances looking stable, coming. You've got Saturn in your 2nd house, which is maybe restricting it somehow, but it's about digging deep on what am I actually good at? What do I actually want to put out there? Some of you may decide you want to be more visible, like on social media, but knowing that you have to put the work in. And also there may be people as well, Capricorn, that may want to help you, that may want to align themselves with you. It's not that they're going to take from you or steal from you or thief from you. It's just that they want to align themselves with you. So once you, especially going to the Queen of Cups, listen to like your inner guide, your inner emotions, you'll know who is your people and who is not your people. Especially because we have this lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which is in your 11th house. There's going to be people that's going to be leaving your life, and it can feel very disheartening. It can feel some of you can feel really hurt and almost like, I just picked up destroyed, because when you have people in your life for so long and then they leave, it's a grieving process. So I feel this can really happen. I feel a lot of you are going to be working hard to, basically to, get through like certain challenges that some of you may have during this lunar eclipse. People leaving your life, new people coming into your life. It's about taking it slow, not rushing, but also, because it does seem very much like a cautiousness. This could be a cautiousness to your your talents, but also to your heart as well. And, you know, even going back to when I said this, I feel that there's people, Capricorns, that are coming into your life, you know, to align themselves either to help you or to just work with you in somehow. You know, I feel there is a bit of like, oh, I'm not sure. It almost probably does seem too good to be true, because when something comes into our life and they speak or they have that great big speech, it just sounds too good. Like, you're going to do this for me. What isn't it for? What else do you need? What is it you want? So you're going to be having questions with people. There's nothing really wrong with being a bit defensive, especially if you're creating anything that is very outstanding and people want to work with you or align themselves with you. It's normal to be asking, what is it in it for you, and, you know, what is it for me? So there could be a business aspect to this as well, Capricorns, which is always good. I feel a lot of you guys are going to be really, because of the realization of what you're actually great at, and, you know, the fun element that's coming out. You guys are going to be having to put the work in. You're not known to be cutting corners anyway. Obviously, this is a general. So yes, you'll be putting a lot of work in. If you need help, you know, it's asks. That's all it is. It's just about asking, Capricorns. And, you know, again, I'm coming back because remember you got these two cards at the bottom, which is the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. And they're quite pivotal. It's about endings. It's also about beginnings as well. One of the cards is Saturn, a Sagittarius card. So it's about, you know, what the work you put in, you're going to get out. But also, some of you may need to put more work in order to see like tangible results. And also this is to do with like the physical as well. This is very much a physical time for a lot of you Capricorns, like physical, like in your body. So that's one of the reasons why I also feel that some of you guys may take up like a physical regime just to help with like boosting. But also this can actually help cleanse you, like clean your mind. If you feel that things seem to be good to be true, insecurities actually come up as well, and make you think clearer, you know, but also gives you a boost of positivity and confidence, which is going to be really high this month, Capricorns. So anything new that comes, any people that come into your life now, Capricorns, it is because it was time, you know. Things are really shining for you this month. So enjoy. So Capricorns, thank you very much for listening to your May 2022 reading. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? And welcome to your May 2022 reading. So, Aquarius, a lot of this energy is connecting to your home life. And you're going to be feeling this month very impactful because we have eclipses. You know, we've just come out from the eclipse, which is in Taurus, which is going to last for 6 months to a year. But also we have another eclipse that's happening, which is going to be in your house, which is my mind just actually went blank. Sorry, Aquarius, but it's going to be a very impactful time, because when eclipses, because the eclipses are hitting, again, eclipses are hitting all of the fixed signs. And whether it's opposing you or even squaring you, it's going to be very life-changing. It can feel like a bolt from the blue. It can feel like, it can almost feel like you didn't know this was actually coming. But because this is a lunar eclipse, you're going to be feeling this very, very much impactful. Okay? And with it being in the house of honor, status as well, there can be a time of shining, but also a time of like downtime, disgrace, a realization of change. So yes, let's get to what your tarot cards have to say. So for you, Aquarius, you know, because it's such, you know, I feel that you're going to come into May and feel like, wow, I didn't know this. Wow, this is going to be happening right now. There can be, because you've got the Eight of Wands with the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen, yeah, so the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So there's going to be this huge realization, because it may be because Saturn is in your sign, but there might be some blockages that some of you may be experiencing in May. But the blocks are also, obviously, it's a mind thing, because you got swords cards, and these are to do with like the mindset. These are like your, you know, these are like your brothers and sisters, the swords cards, they're ear cards. So although there is this energy and push for change and charging forward and working through your life, changing parts and elements of your life, there's also stuff that you need to work through. This could be your drive, this could be your, you know, the mindset, definitely, but it also could be anything that you are creating, or anything that you love to do, or anything that you want to build. With this energy being in your 4th house as well, and with the eclipses being in your 10th house, because my mind is definitely going to there, because these are going to be very, you guys are just going to think it and feel it. You know, even if you don't want to feel it, you're going to feel it. When these things happen, this is going to be concerning like the inner you instead of the outer you, and this is going to be calling forth. So if any of you Aquarians feel in May that you don't want to work on interpersonal things, they will definitely be coming up, and they will continuously be coming up, because the Eight of Wands is to do with blockages, but it is to do with like your drive as well. But also it's about hard work. It's like it's like a karmatic time. It's like a karmatic card. The number 8 is about tangible results that comes through hard work. And the more you leave or block, the more hard work you have to do, the more there's going to be obstacles in your way. So there's decisions to make. There's decisions, there's conversations, there's also a softness that's going to be coming through. And I don't think it's going to shock a lot of you Aquarians, because deep down you are very sensitive. You're just very much in the mind. And you've got the Six of Pentacles, which actually sort of softens things. It softens the blow. I feel that there's going to be 6 things that could be coming up for a lot of you. That's one of the reasons why there may be some blockages or confusions that could be happening as well. Some of you may appear that, you know, even when you're talking to people, oh, things are fine. But deep down, you know that there's physical changes that are happening, even mental changes that are happening for a lot of you. So there's nothing wrong with charging forth. There's nothing wrong in, you know, trying to make your way into this world, going your own way, but know that there's things interpersonal that need your attention. And I feel that it might be to do with the home. It might be also that the home needs to be sorted out. There might be leaks. There might be things that need to be fixed as well. It's calling for your attention. It's calling for you to come home to your heart, not just always come home into your mind. This month also is going to be changeable, in a sense that, you know, I feel that there could be also some changes definitely within the career. I feel that there's going to be lots of contracts that need to be signed. Some of you may be the boss, or some of you may be the employee. So I feel that some of you are feeling that, you know, push to like ask for more. You want something to be changed. There's a stubborn element to this, like, no, this is what I want, and this is what I actually, you know, whatever you ask for, this is what you're going to get, or this is what you want. So there's going to be that, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to get, because this is what I'm about, this is what my worth is as well. So finances definitely could change. You could get more or you could get less. It really does depend on what's going on. It depends on also how you communicate, because it does feel like a harshness in terms of communication, Aquarius. And that's because of what's going on within the mind. And when things are, especially when things are very personal, it can affect the mindset. It can affect the speech as well, because they are they join each other. So this month feels very much like like a mesh of ups and downs and decisions, lots of changes that are going to be coming. Just know, Aquarius, that, you know, trying to control changes doesn't always happen. It's you know, especially with eclipses that are happening, it's trying to go through the changes that are happening instead of trying to control it. So, but it's also a life-changing time, Aquarius, very much a life-changing time. So yes, but you know, feel free, Aquarius, to let me know how the month of May has gone for you, and thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, Pisces. Last but not least, always. So, as always, Pisces, a lot, you know, quite a bit to say. You know, remember, this is a general, but, you know, I feel that a lot of you Pisces are always waiting patiently just to hear that guided message so you can do what you want to do. So, emotion, very much an emotional month for you in May. You know, welcome to your May tarot. Very much an emotional time, because there's going to be, you know, a lot of this energy is connected to your mindset, your third house, how you're communicating, what you're thinking. Your thoughts become things and your things become thoughts. But it's going to be a time, in a way, I feel that you guys are going to be releasing a lot. You know, we've had an eclipse that's in your third house. And a lot of you Pisceans are, you know, this is a time that a lot of you really got serious in what you wanted to say, how you're communicating. And there was obviously changes that are happening, but we're still going to feel this between 6 months to a year. And this month, still, we're in that communicating stage, but we are also going into a lunar eclipse, which is in your 9th house. So this is about your belief system. All these things are definitely changing. But I feel that this month there's going to be this energy that you guys are actually letting go. You're letting go because you realize there's certain things, and I think it's letting go of like negative energies instead of like letting go of like wishes not coming true. It's more to do with like negativity. Again, I feel that because these are cups cards, you have 3 cups cards on the page of 1 cards. So I feel that things actually will come easier to you because your mindset is changing. This could be to do with a multitude of things. This could be to do with, you know, how you're taking in things, you know, in terms of that projection, how you are, you know, I feel this may be to do with siblings as well. Some of you may be getting closer to siblings. Some of you may also just be a bit more creative now, writing more, speaking your thoughts more, or just generally, you know, just getting positive. With the 5 of Cups, 5 of Cups is about, you know, it is releasing, but also this is also showing that there's opportunities. Some of you definitely could be looking to the past about things, but also the energies I'm picking up is that some of you are definitely releasing negative thoughts and you want positivity. So in order to have that, there's things that you need to surround yourself in with good people, good friends, raising your vibrations in some way, i.e. meditation, working out, doing dancing, you know, really taking care of like your mental health, taking care of like your physical health anyway, because remember, Pisces, this year has been a very special year for you, not only just because the eclipses, but because we have this conjunction, which is in your 1st house. It's lasting for 13 years, you know, and you're going to be feeling this for the next 13 years. It's not going to be a trend thing. It's going to be for the next 13 years. And yeah, especially for the late born Pisces, like from like the 11th till the 20th of March, you know, or even further back, you know. So I feel that a lot of you Pisceans are going to be, you know, definitely just like, okay, this is it, this is what I need to, okay, I need to look at this, but I also need to like know that there's good things actually coming to me. And I feel some of you definitely are going to be needing that alone time. In general, you Pisces like to be alone. In general, you like solitude. It's not to say that it's by choice, it's just a natural thing. Remember, you're a fish, it's not really connected to anyone or anything, it's just there. So again, it does feel very much a positive month. I feel that there's going to be lots of opportunities that can definitely come to a lot of you because of the goals, because of your wishes. You know, it's this month is saying, you know, especially with the Four of Cups and the Three of Cups, they're just saying that, you know, whatever you've wished to happen, it will happen. You know, also you got like Jupiter, you know, especially when you got Jupiter going into your second house as well. This may be concern money. Some of you may be getting too much. Things maybe seem too good to be true. You may be getting too much and you may not know what to do with it. That's probably one of the reasons why you may like to just chill, step back, you know, retreat, think, you know. But even with the Page of Wands, it's showing you that there is, the Page of Wands is about, you know, the wishes coming true, but sometimes you can just wish when you wish, they all happen, and it's like, okay, I didn't even want this and it's actually here. You know, it's of a young spirit. It's also of, you know, action and intention. So I do feel a lot of you are going to be going, some of you Pisces who are very ambitious are definitely going to be going to like that goal set. But some of you just may need that time. And it's actually really great that a lot of your dreams and wishes and your goals actually have come true, Pisces. Even though there's emotional stuff that you had to contend with and emotional stuff that you really had to deal with. And some of it may not be nice. Some of it may be feel quite ugly. Some of you may take a while to get through it. When the sun goes into your fourth house in Gemini, that's when some of you might be thinking, oh, okay, I now can like sort of like my mindset is now changing. With the sun being in your third house, it's in Taurus, so it tends to just concentrate and think about it all the time. But when it goes into Gemini, it's like, okay, I'm going to move on from that and concentrate on home. So yeah, I do feel that a lot of you are going to be definitely working on like the mental state, obviously because the sun's shining on it, but still, because when things actually happen, and which I feel they will happen a lot in May, they'll happen very fast. You're going to need that time to, you know, just like take it all in. Yes, I feel that a lot of it is going to be like taking it all in, being grateful for the opportunities, basically taking it all in, letting go of feeling insecure about why me, but also enjoying and celebrating. And the Cups cards also for me rules nostalgica, so there could be people coming back to your life as well. Definitely, you know, friends, old friends could be coming out back. It could be an ex-lover. You know, these things could happen. People from your past, I feel, could definitely come back. So this what maybe making some of you feel very sentimental, very you know, nostalgic, but also very sensitive. Okay, but the future is actually brighter now, Pisces. You know, again, you got these eclipses that are really harmonizing you, but you also have this conjunction which is going to be blessing you for the next 13 years. So try and see it like that. But if things get too much, Pisces, you know, come back to that space of, you know, spiritual meditation, walking, yoga, and, you know, reading, because these will actually help ground you, and they'll also give you the answers that you're seeking. Okay, so Pisces, that was your May 2022 reading. And guys, that was the reading for May 2022. Thank you very much for listening. You know, feel free to let me know how the month has gone for you. And also, you know, and you can look at my podcast where I put up weeklies, and I talk about other planet messages as well, and also with the tarot cards as well, let's not forget. But also check out my Instagram and my Twitter page. And yes, once again, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care. Bye.